Hello, I am back in my kitchen with the Bosch Universal. I have now had this, well, it's March 2017 now, and I got this in the end of November 2016. So I've had about 4 months, and I love it, but I don't use it for just one batch of cookies. I still use my standard KitchenAid for just if I'm just doing one batch. But today I've never done this before. I have not made Snickerdoodles in here, and I have not made, I am doing 3 batches of Snickerdoodles. So I've done 2 batches of dough, a lot in here, and that's great, easy, perfect. I have done 4 batches of an everything cookie that it was way too much. It was too much. I ended up having to take out half the dough in the middle to do the mix-ins and mix with half, and then the other half. So I have not done 3 batches of dough. So I'll be interested to see how this goes. I already have all my butter and my shortening in here, ready to go. So for my Snickerdoodles, I make a butter shortening combo. I've learned that I like that. I'll try to show you guys. All my butter and my shortening. It's like half butter, half shortening, exactly. This is my family recipe that we've used since I was little. And since I love to try and tweak and find the best recipes, I have tried several other all butter Snickerdoodles, and I never like them as much as the butter shortening combo. So while most cookies, I am all butter all the way, Snickerdoodles, no. So we're gonna see how this goes. We have our butter and shortening. The next thing we're gonna add in is our sugar. We have 4.5 cups of sugar. So I don't know why I put this on, because this is gonna be, I've already measured it out. So I'm going to put in all my sugar, 4.5 cups, and then we're gonna mix it and cream that really well. Okay, for chocolate chip cookies, I like to mix my sugar at least 3 minutes. Really good creaming. So I'll probably mix it close to that this time with just the butter and the sugar. Have it creaming really well in there, and we're going to do that for a couple minutes. Then I will scrape down the sides and get ready for the next step. So that is all the shortening, butter, and white sugar in the Snickerdoodle. Butter and sugar to get really fluffy, really light, really combined. I know there's a better word to say that. Oh, that's looking so fluffy and beautiful. Beautiful. This is what you want it to, you know what, let me turn on the light. Better light in here. This is what you want it to be looking like when you're mixing butter and sugar for cookies. You want it to get really fluffy and airy. Okay, so we're going to stop that, and we're going to scrape down. I know lots of people have told me I should buy the scraper paddle. But since I'm literally only making one big batch of cookies like once a month probably, because we don't have a big family and I store them in the freezer, I'm making 3 batches of these today because we're taking one batch to my in-laws for dinner for Sunday dinner tonight, and then I am freezing the rest. My teenage son loves to have fresh baked goods after school, and I just bake them up one tray at a time. I freeze all the rest of the balls, and then I always have cookies in my freezer to be able to grab a bag to make a tray. But I have not even looked into their scraper. Some people commented on my other video, so I need to look into their scraper because, and my hands are clean, and this is only for our family. So I'm gonna get the rest of that butter in there. Now, the next thing we're gonna mix in is all our eggs. We have 6 eggs, 6 beautiful organic brown eggs. Not organic, free range, not just free range, pastured eggs. With the dark orange yolks. And we're gonna mix those eggs, and there is no vanilla in this recipe because this is Snickerdoodle. It's quite different from a traditional chocolate chip, of which the next time I do my big chocolate chip stock up for the freezer, I'll try to remember to do a video too. Okay, so we're gonna mix all these in. You know what? And I should bring you guys closer to see this. It looks beautiful. So, I'm gonna turn this on. And there go the eggs and the butter. The eggs and the butter, you also can't overmix. So you can let that mix for a good minute. Usually you would add in the vanilla at this point too if it was a recipe with vanilla. This mixer just does so amazing. I love my KitchenAid still. I do. I don't have the big professional KitchenAid because after reading so many reviews and stuff, it was definitely get this one and not the big KitchenAid for many reasons. But this is already pretty full. Yikes. And we don't even have the flour added yet. So let me wipe my hands. The power in this thing is amazing though, because I am not taking it off number 1. I have not baked bread in mine yet. I want to, it's just not something I bake a lot. And so I've only had it a few months. Okay, we're gonna add in, we've done all the eggs. Now we need all our flour, which is a lot of flour. So excuse me while I count it out, because I didn't measure this out beforehand. I usually like to just aerate my flour with a knife instead of having to spoon it to get an accurate measurement and not have it be too dense. Instead of having to spoon it into my cup or measure it with the scale, I do this and it always turns out great. So just aerate it with your knife. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry about that dinging. I didn't think about that when I picked the metal cup to do this video with. Okay, that's 6. We still need some more, but we're going to mix it from this point, and it is quite full. Yikes. I will show you guys, but I'm going to have to put the cover on before we mix it, because I'm really hoping this 3 batches works here. Okay, so let's try it. Now, once you've got the flour in, you do not want to overmix ever on cookies. It'll make them heavy and dense. Okay, so we need more flour. Okay, we're gonna try to clean that flour off here. One thing I do notice, the flour does gather on the lip up here, which I don't love. I wish there was some other design. And even when just doing 2 batches, and you have to clean this lip off or you're losing some of your flour. Okay, we need 3 of these more. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And so far what I've learned is it looks like 3 batches of Snickerdoodles is going to fit fine in here because they have no mix-ins. My chocolate chip cookies, I've been doing only 2 batches at a time. I could probably try to squeeze the 3, but I'm not going to. Oh, with the rest of this flour, I also want to mix in my other dry ingredients. I do not ever measure my dry ingredients into another bowl and mix them up, and it always turns out great. I just mix it in with some of my flour, usually with the bigger part of the flour, so I forgot because I was doing this video. But okay, salt, we're gonna mix in. Salt, we're gonna mix in, and I times this recipe times 3, so I'm trying to figure it out in my head as it go. Baking soda. Baking soda. And then our important cream of tartar. You cannot make a Snickerdoodle without cream of tartar. Wow, I need 6 teaspoons of that. So my teaspoon doesn't fit in here. I'm gonna need 12 of my halves. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I'm only doing 11 because I feel like my thing is not real accurate in measuring. I might do a teeny bit more. And I got a little bit over in every single scoop, which probably equals a whole extra half. Anyway, I know baking you're supposed to be accurate, but I bake a lot and this always works for me, so we're going with it. Okay. Oh my goodness, did I do 3/4 of the flour? Did I do 3 cups? I could go back and rewatch the video. Okay. Yes, I did. Let's go. Okay, at the end there, I did turn it up to speed 3, just to get it all mixed. And hopefully, I wish I would have mixed in my baking soda and my cream of tartar earlier, so I wouldn't be worried about it being any of this stuff left at the top. But I will show you. It looks like it's going to turn out great. I'm going to show you an end to this, but then I'm just going to mix it one more time to mix in that extra flour and baking soda and cream of tartar that's probably stuck on here. And then I'm done. And then I will sit down at the table with a TV show on and roll all of these out, since most of them are going in the freezer. And only 1 batch going to Steve's dad's tonight. So you will see that's about how full it is. I'm not sure if you can gauge from the angle. When I was mixing, I mean, it was poofing up to the lid, and the lid got plenty of stuff on it. So that's how full it got with 3 batches of Snickerdoodles. Like I said, I don't love to deal with all the overflowingness. So with my chocolate chip, I think I'm going to stick with 2 batches. But that is it for today. Thanks for joining me for this 3 batches of Snickerdoodles in the Bosch Universal. Works amazing. I couldn't do any more than 1 batch of this. in my KitchenAid, which is over here. I have had my KitchenAid for, probably, how many years? 5 years? At least, probably. Maybe even 6. It's great. And I still use it for so many things. Cakes and icing, and when I'm doing one batch of cookies. But for anything more than one batch, or for bread, I hear, since I haven't tried the bread, this thing is amazing. Just the fact that I can save time and just do 3 batches and freeze them, instead of having to do it one by one, is great. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day.